All right. Welcome to some Dapper Cat Gaming here. We're doing some Grounded 2 coverage right now. Not really gameplay, but more about the announcements that were revealed at Gamescom over in Germany this week. We already know that they have a roadmap out. That's no big deal, no big secret. And as you can see in the fall update, there was Axel. Lots of speculations as what Axel was. I think everybody kind of agreed it was the tarantula, right? We'll talk more about that here in just a second. But the winter update, you notice the location, they had purpled it out, right? Purple highlighted it out. That's because they didn't want us to know what it was. Well, now we know what it is. It's going to be a new garden biome, right? So that's kind of cool. We'll go over that here in just a minute as well. But these two updates, the fall update, the winter update, there's a lot of speculation as to when it's going to happen. I'm going to be very honest, right? I say release it when you're ready to release it, meaning when the game is ready, when it is good, when it actually has something going on with it, right? Something that won't break, something that's not, use the pun here, buggy, because we're getting a new buggy. So in all, it's really about making sure that the game is ready. I don't care if it takes them an extra month. Just give it to us when it's ready to be delivered. I know it's still in early access. And Tim, what does that mean? Well, it means that a lot of times we get trash, right? And we get bugs, and we get issues, and we get crashes, and we get rendering problems. So I say release it when you're ready to release it. Now, let's talk about what's coming down the pipe. And let's start first with the map. All right, with the map, we kind of know, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit blurry there. I did not create this map, okay? So this map was on Reddit, and I ran with this map. But anyways, I'd give credit if I knew who originally made the map, but I don't know who that is. So anywho's, with that means we look at this and we kind of go, okay, what's next? Well, you can kind of see in the top left-hand corner that looks like a garden biome. That's what we're getting. Top left corner. So you see in the bottom left corner, that's going to be, someone overlay the real picture there of what the game looks like. And the top left is going to be our garden biome. We don't really know how far, we'll call it right east it goes, but we know that that's it because, well, there's a greenhouse up there, and we have some pictures to discuss about the greenhouse, right? We got things that we can look at, and there are also, like on the screen right now, some pictures. So when we look at these pictures, we kind of understand and we kind of see what their thought process is here, right? Right. So down in the bottom, you can kind of see that there looks like to be a door, potentially. Maybe this is a base of some kind in the tree. Almost looks like there's a satellite dish. I can't tell if that's in the tree or on the other side of this planter box. Either way, it looks like there's a satellite dish. Looks like some type of melons growing off of this tree. Melons on the ground. Is this a new fruit, a new vegetable? Is this new something, a cooking material? Something that's going to give us or our buggies some buffs in the future, because we know buggies will get buffs. And then off the left-hand side, it looks like there's another entrance into a planter box. So, again, just a lot of cool things going on inside this. It's got me all excited. It's got me all up in my fields right now going, wow, this could be really engaging, just knowing what the game is right now. And as we look at this, here's another picture right now showing you the garden biome with the pumpkins. Now, this to me is pretty exciting, right? Because, again, when I think pumpkins, I think more or less like some type of enhancement, some type of buffs that we're going to get. I see small pumpkins and large pumpkins. Is it possible? I guess, what is that? Gourds, right? I think the small pumpkins. But anyways, I think that we'll get something that we can cook, that we potentially can eat, that we can use as buffs. Can we climb that scarecrow? Right? That'd be kind of cool if there's some way to build off of the scarecrow, because building is one of the big pieces of this game. You check out YouTube right now, there's video after video after video. I literally lay down and watch people building stuff. It is so amazing to watch. But this is also a vine, right? We know that pumpkins grow on vines. I don't know if we've had vines in the game. I don't remember any vines in the game. But this will be kind of cool to traverse and run on. It's going to be kind of neat. Again, just something different to bring to the game, a different aspect, a different image, a different gameplay style. I'm excited for this. This is going to be really fun to kind of explore. And I also know we're getting crickets and I think they said people are speculating about the termites because of the wood pile. They haven't really confirmed that, or at least from what I can tell, they haven't confirmed that. But the crickets, and I believe it was it earwigs, or I can't remember what the other one was. But anyways, we're getting 2 new insects that are coming into the game. Crickets, can we ride a cricket eventually? Can that be a buggy, right? Well, and as we look at this, there's lots of possibilities of what they can allow us to have as buggies in the game. So now let's talk about one of the interesting pictures that they showcased, which is this pumpkin that seems to be smashed with the purple X's. Now, we know the purple X's are associated with the stranger, right? A lot of speculations about the stranger. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. But what this shows is inside a pumpkin. Now, I don't know how many of y'all have ever carved a pumpkin or worked in a pumpkin. Not worked in, like that's your job or something. Get it together, Tim. So what I mean by that is put your hands inside of a pumpkin. You'll know that one thing about the pumpkin is it's very, very humid. Is this a new debuff? Is this something new coming our way that, we have a hot biome, we have cold biome, we have toxic, we have just normal. So we know in Grounded War, we also had underwater. We think it's coming in Grounded 2. It hasn't. Well, I guess it has been confirmed because we know I think it's the spring or summer update, it's going to have that as well. But my point is this going to introduce a humid biome? Is this going to incorporate something that we're going to need special gear to wear, a breathing mask? Who knows? Will we drain will we lose more water and food intake faster? I mean, I don't know. The sky's the limit here, right? It's exciting to think about. And here's our new boss, world boss, right? We get Axel. Again, we kind of knew it was a tarantula. A lot of people, data miners, people like that came about. And I tried to stay away from it because I didn't want to get overly excited because I honestly thought it could have been the scorpion as well. And some of y'all if you make it this far in the video, you may be like, oh, Tim, really? How could you not catch that? I'm not saying I didn't catch it. I wanted to believe that it was the scorpion, right? The scorpion king or a big scorpion. But anyways, Axel, mainly because I have arachnophobia, guys. I am terrified of spiders. I grew up in the south of here in the United States of America, and spiders were everywhere. I'm okay with snakes. That's something else. We haven't seen a snake in the game, even a garden snake, right? That'd be kind of cool. Bring in some little, I don't know, maybe they'd be too big. I'm not sure. They'd be monstrous, but can you imagine fighting a snake? Oh, that'd be wild. Anyways, because growing up in the southeast of the United States, we had garden snakes. We had lots of snakes, black racer snakes, king snakes, rat snakes, whatever you want to call them. And anyways, let's talk back about Axel, Tim. Keep it focused here. So with Axel, the one thing we got to keep in mind is this dude is a beast. He is massive. So when we go to fight him, this is going to be interesting, right? Because our Buggy is really small in comparison to Axel. Look at this. I mean, just check that out, guys. That's our Orb Weaver Buggy, right? That's our Buggy that we ride up against Axel. Look how massive Axel's going to be. I can only anticipate that if this dude ground slams you or takes one of his pointy feet and just spikes you, it's a one-hit kill. I don't care what kind of armor you got on. That thing, it's massive. So as a solo player, I get a little concerned, right? Am I going to be able to take on this boss? Am I going to be able to fight this boss? Because let's be honest, I'm a subpar gamer. I do my best, but I don't play with groups of people. I'm not on a multiplayer map. So taking this thing on is going to be a challenge for me. I haven't even completed the game yet because I've been taking my time because I don't want to run out of things to do. So I haven't fought a wolf spider yet, right? I haven't even gone to the other boss, if you will, the regular right now in the first campaign where you have to fight the wolf spider. I haven't fought one. I haven't even fought the stranger yet. So with this, guys, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, what's the mechanics? What's going to be the gameplay? It's exciting but terrifying at the same time with someone who's got arachnophobia and afraid of spiders. And I know I can turn that off, guys. I know I can turn that off, but I want to play the game for what it is. All right, so now let's shift gears. Let's talk about the new Buggy coming in with the winter update, not the fall update, but the winter update. Again, the fall update is going to bring us Axel, probably a few other quality of life changes and some other things. But the winter update is going to bring us the garden biome and going to bring us our new Buggy, which is on the screen right now, which is a Ladybug. Now, the interesting thing about this Ladybug is we know it's going to be slow. If you watch it in the game, it's a slow-moving tank, right? I've seen them time and time again take on multiple enemies like small red ants. It's interesting to watch the Ladybug, how it moves, how it traverses. So it's not going to be something you're going to move quickly on. I've never seen one fly in the game, so it's not like it's going to be flying where we can fly with it, especially looking at the design right now. Interesting to me how the first picture all the way to the left right there shows two people in here. And it's not the same person, by the way, right? The one in the back is Pete. And the one up front is not. And it's just interesting to me because does that mean it has to be two-player? Because, again, I play as a solo player. Or is it one of those features where, like, hold down a button and you move between the two, right? You can either be driving it, you get into combat, and now you can go into the cannons, if you will. That looks like an acorn turret. So we can go into the turret. Now, at that moment, will the bug kind of do its own defensive abilities? Will it offensive and defensively? Will it attack on its own? Will it maneuver on its own? Do we have to physically maneuver it if we're not in the driver's seat? You know, is it like an autopilot, but we can sit in the turret? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that concerns me a little bit as a solo player. But I'm not willing to say I don't like it, right? The interesting thing to me was when they were interviewing, they were the newscaster or the interviewer, the journalist, whatever you want to call her, when she was interviewing him, and they were asking, and she asked the question, you know, what's your favorite Buggy? One of them, the first was Red Ant, right? And I get it. Red Ant's universal. It's versatile. It can do a lot of things. But the other guy said Ladybug, right? Ladybug. And that's kind of interesting. That means, okay, is this thing going to be good? Is it going to be really overpowered? Or not overpowered, but can it... We know what acorn turrets can do in the game right now. But guys, and if you don't know, oh my gosh, acorn turrets are powerful. When you get attacked at your base, use the acorn turret because you can take out butterflies in 2 hits, ladybugs in about 4 hits, ants, single hit, and that's using the base pebble, right? That's not even using one of the unique pebbles or the scorching ones or anything like that. So I digress. Got a little carried away right there. So, guys, that's pretty much it for this episode. I just wanted to go over, talk about, I know everybody else has videos out right now, and this is just my take on it, what I'm excited for, what I think is coming down the pipe, and you know what? This game just ceases to amaze me. So I'm only excited about where it goes. I'm going to continue to play it slowly. I'm going to do house builds, base builds, whatever you want to call that. I might even set up a couple of base camps now. Now that we know where the map is expanding, maybe I go up there and kind of build me a smaller little base. I don't know. If you made it to the end, thank you. Hit like, subscribe, all the good fun stuff. And guys, I will see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye.